word glitching because I thought it was a glitch, but I remembered this time that it isn't. So don't worry if you, yeah. But all you have to do is just go on to creative, start your game in creative. Sadly, you can't get any trophies if you go into creative, which is a shame. But if you want to get really good at survival, you just go into creative first, create your island in creative, and then once you've built all your done all of the things that you've got your recommendation here, you don't have to do this, but I'd just like to say I recommend you build a base as one of your first things. And my bestest idea is to make it so that the outside layer is made of bedrock, the indestructible block. And then the inside layer is made of a weaker version, which would just be obsidian, which can be broke, but it's impossible to break by hand, I think. It might be possible to break by hand, but it takes probably ages and ages and ages and ages and ages. It does say it can only be mined with a diamond pickaxe. It's reduced by the meeting of water and still lava, and it is used to build nether portals. Bedrock, this cannot be broken. That's literally the only information you get. That's how you know that this block is one kind of block you wouldn't want to be messing with if it was a human. If there was a human made of this block, you really badly wouldn't want to have a fight with them. Because not only would their punches really badly hurt because they'd be made of solid rock. Let me just measure this. Yeah, not only would their punches hurt because they'd be solid rock punches, it'd also be the fact that these guys would be literally indestructible. You'd never be able to kill them. It'd be like in that episode of Lava, which is a kids' little series, where there's two different creatures. One's a yellow lava creature, even though it's actually pronounced as larvae. It's called lava, I think. I'm not sure. But what there is there's a yellow and a red thing, two different things. One's yellow and one's red, and they look like worms. And what they do is, even though you might think that they'd be really good friends with each other, they really aren't. Most of the stories are where red or yellow have done some unkind to each other. But in one of the episodes, there was this other character who was a rat, who was like the what was it? It was the Avengers thing. Power Rangers is like a Power Rangers thing, because the rat launches. Well, the rat makes it so the yellow gets launched. He hits his head on a wall, and then he hits his head on the floor. But the thing that's good about that is the fact that then yellow's brain is activated from the size of a pea to the size of his entire skull. So it's almost so big that it would almost fall out of his skull. And then what he did was, Yellow found like a little instruction manual on how to build something. And then what he did was he built a little thing, a little waist. It was like a belt. And what they did was the belt could do different things, and what Yellow did for the first time was he held like a little thing what looked like the sausages, what are like the food what they always go after. Whenever one of them is about to grab the food, they all start fighting all over it. But yeah, then he gets a metal version of that, which is quite small. And then he uses that and puts it inside of his belt, and then his belt activates, and then he's a really He's like, yeah, that dude made of bedrock will probably be as indestructible as the character called Black, which is like a big beetle. And in one of the parts of the animation, Black is just there with the other enemy dude, hitting at him repeatedly, giving him kicks in the face and everything. And then Black's just there, just stood perfectly still for one quick second, and then the next second he just used a really powerful launcher on his mech to just launch the dude away like. And he's just there like. Don't blame me, dudes. Guys, come. You know I had no choice. The dude was trying to kill me. And them lot are just there like. Still, it doesn't mean you should actually murder him or anything. Oh yeah, and also if you want to know something really good, what you can do in this game if you want to build a really tough base is, if you're in creative, you want to get magma blocks, and you want to surround them around you outside of your base. And if you do have mods, here's one of the amazingly perfect ways you could keep your base perfectly safe. Use mods to make cactuses be able to go around your base. Because normally, whenever you have a cactus in this game, it can't go like one block and then like one cactus and then another cactus right next to it. It's like it cannot be placed with an extra cactus around, like right next to it on the next block. But yeah, a magma block is one really good defense. And also, say if you're one of the people who are mostly playing the game at night, like in the game, it is nighttime and that's the time when you normally would go out and start mining. For all you people who do that, there's another tactic what you could do. Surround your base with 2 blocks of soul sand, because soul sand slows people down. By the time you get back to your base, they'll probably still only be halfway over it. So then you can just get something like a sword or a bow and arrow or something and just kill them. And then they'll just respawn, and then you'll just be right next to your base, and they might see you at your base, and you just start crouching and like start punching the air like this, like, you stay far back from my base. And then as soon as you go like, as soon as you start hitting the air, the dude just runs away like. There's one bad thing about soul sand though. If you are in survival and you're using soul sand around your base, you're gonna have to be very careful and put all of your effort in to avoid it. Because if you don't avoid it and there are mobs nearby, like right nearby you, and if, say, like something like a creeper or something like that is after you, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to run away from the creeper or any other kind of mob. And if the soul sand's really thick layers, you won't be able to escape that easily. I think magma might be waterproof, but I'm not sure about that. Could be, might not be. Sure do hope it is. This is the perfect time. Hurry, hurry, this guy. Okay, see, if you have an elytra equipped and you get a Riptide Trident while it's raining, you can actually fly using the Riptide Trident. Just make sure that before the rain stops. Also guys, make sure that if you are using the Riptide Trident while it's raining, make sure to remember you can lose your base by doing that. Just like I have lost my base by doing this. But luckily, some of the very lucky people can actually get away without losing all of their base. But that sadly is only the very, very lucky people, not people like me sometimes. And that time I got off very lucky. Because normally if I ever lose my base in Minecraft, I've never ever lost my base in Minecraft and easily found it ever again. Except for one time when I did easily find it. That was only because like right next to where I'd put my base, I'd actually put an area with loads of flowing water, so then I could use a Riptide Trident in it. Sadly, I think I was swimming somewhere or something like that. Yeah, I think I was swimming or something like that and I drowned. Or I think I died from fall damage. And then I spawned back at my base and I'd lost all of my loot. Luckily, I've learned from then there's a very bad idea to leave your base with all of your most important things. So if you're gonna say like leave your base for only a few seconds, or if you're gonna go on like a really big dangerous trek, even though it'd be good to take food with you, don't take loads of food. Because if you take loads of food and then you die, you're gonna lose all of that food. And especially if you've went really far away from your base and then died, then either you're gonna have to travel all the way back from where your base is to where you died, and then you can collect all of your loot back, or you'll just have to leave your loot all over there. I think I once had one of my bases, which was really good and creative. And then I went around the map for a tiny moment, just to explore. To get back to where I thought my base would have been. I'll just go around looking for my base again. Can't find it. Keep looking, still can't find it. Still can't find it, still can't find it, still can't find it. Let's just say basically I never ever found it. what you can do is though, is say if there's somebody who's like a really big noob who's always on ya. If you surround your entire base with soul sand, then you look around the entire creative menu, try and find something that looks just like soul sand. Then when you place it down, the dude might come around and then think that all of it is soul sand. And if they're super noobish, they'll try and walk all over it, and then they'll go into the soul sand, which will slow them down. The only thing is though, if they aren't that good, if they are quite good, and they do actually notice that it isn't all soul sand, then you're gonna have to upgrade your defenses even more than that. Or else that dude will just get in your base. Say if you had like a diamond hole or something. I don't really want to use this base because it's a bit boring and a bit small. But you can use that as one of your ideas for your base. Say if you want to be quite rich, I'd be also quite careful if you build your base out of some kind of rare blocks like diamonds. And if you're in survival and you've collected all these diamonds up and made loads of diamond blocks and then built a base out of them, I'd be even more careful. Or else you wouldn't have your diamonds with you unless you went in creative like I am. So that would then mean any player, and it doesn't matter whether you're in creative or survival, basically no matter what, diamonds can be mined. Any kind of player, if you're on like multiplayer, could go up to your base, and say if they're on survival and they need some kind of diamonds or something like that, they could just go up to your base and then just start stealing all of your diamonds. So your base would be made of diamonds, and then you'd have this random player who's a really big noob or somebody who just keeps running up to your base and then breaking cores in your base just to collect some diamond. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but would that seem a little bit, well, weird to you? In some kind of weird way? Like, I definitely would find it weird. So you want to use soul sand for your upwards elevator if you're going to make like a water elevator. But be careful, if you do build a very high base, do not go in creative. I was about to say it's a recommendation, but I'm saying do not go in creative. Because if it's a very tall one, well, you can go in creative, but you can go in survival. That's what I meant, like, do not go in survival. Keep yourself in creative if you build a water elevator, if it's quite big. Because, well, you can go on survival if you want to, but you would probably end up dead. You know, just because like you can't hold your breath forever in this game unless you're in survival or unless you're in creative. Isn't cyan supposed to be like a blue colour? It's nowhere near like a blue. Maybe that's just because it's raining or something. Or maybe it's because maybe it's already on a blue block. Maybe it's already because it's on a diamond block, which is a blue. Even though it might be a bit of a white colour around it. it's basically a blue, and them little bits of white were just there to show that it's shiny. Here's a good way you can build your base. I actually like to keep my base quite decorated if I ever build bases in this game. I always keep them pretty decorated, which is what I'm going to be doing in a minute. Like last time when I built my base, I made it so that I had a sign saying, like right on the top it had a sign saying army, and it said training lessons, noob to pro training lessons, noob and pro training lessons for the army. And then I put down another sign saying 1 eye of Ender equals 1 training lesson. But this part of the base is gonna be like, this is just letting you know, like, if you want to build a proper good base in this game, what you can do is actually just like, okay. Yeah, I wonder what would happen if I used black stained glass. Would I be able to see from one side and then the other people won't be able to see it from the other side? Nah. Mojang, come on, you need to add one-way windows. So then, like, only you can see on the outside and people can't see inside. I mean, we have it in real life now, don't we? We have like them, like, I think it was all the way in like Tokyo or somewhere. I don't know where it was, but there was a place, a country, but had special kind of toilets, but had like blacked out special kind of windows where you could see out and enjoy the amazing view of all the other people who are out there just walking around doing things like reading their newspaper and checking on the phones and all that. And you could just be there having a poo, watching them do all of that while going to the toilet and just having a quick little break. So yeah, I built mine in a special kind of way. So this bottom floor is going to be the furnace floor. This one will be the crafting table floor. This one is going to be the chest floor. And then the last one will be a bedroom, which will have like 2 or 3 crafting tables, 2 or 3 furnaces, and 2 or 3 chests. And then all of the chests will be full of loot. All of the crafting tables will just be there, ready for you to craft something in. And the furnaces would also be there. That place has 2 spaces, this place has 2 spaces. This place... Oh, I see the problem. Yeah, so I just figured out a really big old problem with my base, that I'm gonna need enough places to put my chest and all that. And we're gonna need more than a one block space between where the elevator is and where all of the loot is. So I'm gonna have to break all of these nice precious windows of mine. I'm gonna have to extend it all the way out. Which is a really big old shame because I really like this base how it was. And then again though, bigger in this game is sometimes better. But that is if you're not talking about a guardian. Because if you're talking about a guardian, then the smaller the better. Because if they're bigger, they deal a whole load more damage, I'm pretty sure. Which would mean that the bigger, the more painful and the more deadly. Okay guys, I'm sorry about this same problem. I always have phone calls on these days whenever I do broadcast. I'll be right back. Phone me and just not phone. Oh my god, damn. I hate this. Sorry about being still for such a long time. There was an awkward moment where the phone rang and then I didn't make it to the phone in time, and then right after I didn't make it the first time, I'd come right back upstairs, and then as soon as I get to the top, right back to where my control is, the phone rings again. Oh boy, I'm out of breath after running up and down them steps. Steve in this game is a very lucky dude. His base has an elevator in it. My base in real life is basically my house. It doesn't have an elevator. It has a whole load of stairs. I know this is a bit weird, but I've secretly been wanting to have a stair lift for Christmas. Just to be installed into our house. Cause I feel like how my nan used to feel when she used to climb up the stairs. Her back would ache. It'd be like that episode of Happy Tree Friends, put your back into it. Which is literally where Disco Bear does some workout at a gym and he bends to try and reach his toes, and then eventually he reaches it, and then there's just this random thing, you know, like sometimes that happens in cartoons where nothing has happened for 1 second and they're still doing the same thing, and now it's happened, and then 1 precise second something happens, and that something was after 1 second of Disco Bear being like, after like 2 seconds of Disco Bear being in that precise position where he tries to reach for his feet with his toes. You see his you can actually see in the animation his spine is very, 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 very visible in a not very good way. Yeah, it was very brutal. Then after that, he was at the beach. Somebody throws a bone for a dog, and then the dog thinks that the bone is Disco Bear's back, and so then he bites into Disco Bear's spine, then starts shaking him around, and then after that, one of the characters that is fishing in a boat, catching some fish, then both of them two, like the dog and the fishing rod that belongs to the dude who was fishing for some food, because he had like his girlfriend and he took her out for like a date. But yeah, then the fisherman pulled as hard as he could using his fishing rod, and the body stayed with the dog, but the only part of the body what wasn't with the dog was actually the spine. And then right at the end is that thing where it's like just zooming out from a circle shape, going like diddly-doo, diddly-doo, and that's the moment where the fisherman cuts into Disco Bear's head, or Disco Bear's thing cuts it open as if it was food, even though it was not food. It was not really anywhere near food. Yeah, I don't think the water current will be powerful enough to handle all of these floors. Let's try and check. Oh, that's going to be a problem then. When soul sand is there, it just pushes you up. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go to the bottom of the water and remove the water. Remove the soul sand off the water. So now you can actually choose what floor you want. Ding ding. You know, this guy, this guy, this guy. So the first floor, which will be this one, is going to contain billions of crafting tables. Like the entire walls are just going to be crafting tables. Even on the top part. Like it might as well be this entire area here is supposed to be made of crafting tables. Like it's like as if the floor is supposed to be made of them. And basically, well, anything was supposed to be made of, anything here was supposed to be made of them. That's the only problem with our base so far. The fact that sometimes it's difficult to get through here. Oh, why is the end to that swimming animation? Imagine if it went like, imagine if the game just came up and said like, error. It said something like, cannot place furnace. Maximum amount of furnaces, maximum limit of furnaces placed has been reached. It's like the same thing with spawn eggs, where it's like, cannot use spawn egg at the moment. The limit for how cannot use spawn egg at the moment. The limit of the limit of what was it? The limit of furnaces has been reached. Can I stop pressing the wrong garden place? Thank you. I'm not going to spend any time filling these things up, because it's going to take literally ages. I see this part of the base is going to be one of the most needed parts of the base. It's going to be the area where a bed is, so that I can go sleep, like the bedroom. So it's gonna have a bedroom in it and a bathroom. Even though you don't really need bathrooms in this game, I'm gonna make it so it looks like it's got a bathroom. I really don't get that. The game should add that new feature in, where sometimes like there'd be a timer, like you know, like normally where you can get like enchantment things or like potions. Well, I really wish it, like, next to the area where it tells you about all the different enchantments you've got on you and all the different potion powers you've got on you. I really wish there could be another timer there saying time till time till waste disposal or something like that. Time till poo. And then what you have to do is you have to go over to like a nearby cauldron or something. Or like what you have to do is you have to like they have like toilets in the game. What you have to do is you have to get one of the toilets. Well, what you can do is you get one of the toilets, and then when the time runs out, you run to the toilet as quick as you can in the game, and then your character does a poop. And what happens is you have to avoid that feature as much as you can, because what happens is then it makes you lose a tiny little bit of your hunger bar. Then it starts making you be more hungrier. Because like once people poop, that's letting out all the poop, so that'll make them less hungrier, because they would have already let out all their food. Like they would have let out all their old food, so then they'd need to let out brand new food what they wouldn't have had yet, so they need to eat to get more of it. So like then, in order to avoid getting the very bad poop random event, in order to avoid it, what you'd have to do is you'd have to not eat as much foods. It's like all the foods that would make you poo in this game, all more than some others, you wouldn't be able to. You'd have to avoid eating them, or else then the poo power would activate it. Like it'd be more active. Whereas if you didn't eat anything, what would make you poo really badly? Like if you didn't eat any kind of chocolate, then you might be okay. Even though they don't even have chocolate in this game, but if there was any kind of food in this game, what just make you poop better, which makes you poop easier, or like makes it so that you poop more often, then well, yeah. What would happen is, if you ate all of that, then you'd start having more of the poop random event thingies. Oh, you know what? Stuff this. I'm breaking the windows on this floor. I'm not having see-through windows on this part of my base. I'll be a goddamn sleep and I'll have the goddamn toilets and everything up here. I mean, could you imagine having a goddamn toilet with windows? Then everyone would just be able to then people might end up seeing through the window by accident. And they might just look one precise way and then accidentally look through the window, and then they'll just see you having a poop completely naked or something like that. I don't want that to happen in this game. So I'm breaking all the glass. I'm going to replace it all with diamonds. I'm going to have another floor which is also going to be a part of my bedroom. Because seeing as in this game I can be rich without having to do anything, I might as well just be rich. And my bedroom is 1 block more higher. The room is one block more higher from the ceiling. Or the floor is 1 block higher from the ceiling. So then you've got 3 blocks on the walls. A 3-block wall instead of a 2-block. Because as long as your house has got at least 2 blocks of height in the house, like inside the house, and hasn't got any kind of blocks on the roof, like on the inside part of the ceiling, then you'll be able to walk around in your house in this game. But if it only has 1 block, you won't be able to get in your house. Unless you're having Elytra equipped, and then you can just use the little Elytra flying animation in order to just glitch yourself through. But then your house would have to be made of slabs, which don't really look that good in this game. But you know what? this is going to be the area where the elevator stops. This is the top floor of the elevator. And then after we've got the top floor of the elevator, then... Well, now that we've got this part of the elevator done, now what's going to happen is I'm going to have stairs on this floor which will lead to the top part of the bedroom. Whoa, I almost put that in the wrong place. Come on, let me down. Good. Can you please not annoy me like this? Oh, that's not a very safe part of my base. This is just going to be my entire bathroom. In Minecraft, this bathroom is going to be around there the same size as a noob's house. And people who are noobs, their houses are normally made of dirt and sand and stone and grass path and stuff like that. But the only thing that'll be able to be made of sand will be either bits of the walls or things like, what was it? Oh, I can't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. The only thing that sand wouldn't be able to be would be a roof. Because then the sand would just be affected by gravity and then the roof would just cave in. That precise person's house. Well, so let's just say I like to have a very nice, bright area. Okay, so I need a toilet. What would probably be useful for a toilet? I know. I actually did this in a time I was actually on Minecraft, and the world what I'm talking about right now, the world what I'm going to talk about right now has actually already been deleted. Because of my game breaking, well, because of my PlayStation having water damage, because of every single time somebody comes round, they always put their garden. Wait, I need to just experiment, because that could flood my entire base if it doesn't work. So I just got to test right here. It works. Because if the cauldron couldn't hold water, that'd be a very bad sign. Because then all of my base would never ever exist ever again. That was a bad decision. Put the water in the cauldron. God damn, put the water in the cauldron, you idiot. Okay, there. She's Nuggets, possessed by Nuggets' friends. It signifies a friendship, causes life to end. I got this creepy paper, which I think might be a note. I do love a good love letter. Let's see what Nugget wrote. The Nuggets just like, no. Yeah, that was from Random Encounters. Nugget says no. Okay, there's my bathroom. Here's my sink where I wash my hands. I'll need a tap, or else I can't really wash my hands. You see, there is the tap, right there, going down. Is there anything else what looks more like a tap? I guess maybe a tripwire hook might. Yeah, that kind of looks like a tap, I would say. So there's the hot button, and there's the cold button, and there's the sink where I wash my hands. Okay, there. Wait, let me just experiment here. If I was downstairs, would I notice that? A teeny tiny bit, but barely any kind of way I could possibly notice that. But still, it makes no sense there. It's not really like you'll be able to see. Is there a toilet? Okay, there's the toilet. Okay, now I'm gonna go right to the top. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna use some stairs. Boy! Is there any kind of stairs what look like diamond stairs? I guess I could use stone brick stairs. Yeah, they look okay. Not the most fashionable thing, but sure. I mean, it's a pair of stairs. No one would look around the house and be like, oh my god, them stairs look so ugly. Nobody would go around my house and start doing that. Because if they did, they'd be got and beaten up. Same thing here. There's not going to be any kind of way anybody's going to have any visibility of my bedroom. I'll work on this thing doesn't have any defenses on it at all. Not yet, anyway. The only thing that I'm really annoyed about is the fact that there isn't any kind of defense, like any kind of defenses what would only hurt enemies and wouldn't hurt me. Oh, maybe a pet wolf would. Last time though, when I had a wolf, I had like 2 pet wolves with me, and they went everywhere. Because my base was connected to like to an area with a pirate ship by it, using only like a stone walkway. It's like walking through a tram or a train where the 2 carriages connect. It's like that, just walking between it, made of solid stone. Oh yeah, and that's just there just so that, well, if any enemies come in, because their eyes might be really weak, the light will get into their eyes and they'll be like, oh god, I'm gonna be blinded. And dead. Oh well, and blind. Okay, now I'll go at this place. Oh look! I'm an old poor Minecrafter. Guess what my bedroom is gonna be made of? Hay. Yeah, good luck with that. Whoa, hay actually doesn't look that bad. I want it to be like with the ropes. That actually doesn't look that bad. But then again though, if I had a pet donkey or something, or a llama or something like that, it would just come up to my base and eat all of that up. Which wouldn't really be the thing that I'd be wanting. We try a little kindergarten coop. Before he dropped his slop, so I went and grabbed him and brutally stabbed him with the silvery mop. And boy, I'm done. It's right. It's you now, you is more. It's now. It's you now. I'm a child looking at the coop. Let's see, young student. It's not very good. See, why does this always have to happen to me? Why does my base always have to be flooded? It's the same with that in this game. Every damn day. And it's seriously starting to get on my nerves now. Just look, watch. People are just coming here and they'll expect for there to be a building here, like an area here. But little would they know, whenever they look at this place, they'd secretly still be looking at my base or where my bedroom is. I mean, I could literally just put a sign saying free bedroom there. And people would think it'd be absolutely now and just probably think maybe it's something like any kind of art gallery. And then secretly have a different painting. That's better. I want to put some paintings in here. Probably not in the bathroom though. Okay, maybe in the bathroom, because the bathroom and my bedroom are the only two spacious places in this entire base. The other places aren't even spacious. I want a small painting. Do I seriously have to do this? Come on, game. I wouldn't have expected for you to be like this. Just something small, please. Smaller than that. A random painting That's nice and goddamn small. Thank you so much. Did you seriously just see that? Whoa. Paintings can stand by themselves. Okay, there. Okay, what looks just like diamond, but isn't diamond? That'll do. Okay, that's just going to be there. So then I know that that is a precise area where I need to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. That and that. I'm going to have a beacon maybe? Yeah, I'll say I'll have a beacon on the roof. It's still a block. Trust me, that is a block. And don't you dare even think about saying to me that that is not a block. You know that when I say something is a block, it is a block. And now I'm gonna need a painting again. Good. Why isn't it giving me one of them massive paintings? Okay, there. Oh no, what was that old one? I want that other one. The one with the blue sky there. I have no idea what this bit at the bottom is, but I like the top bit. It looks like a sky. You see, you might be wondering, why am I going to put beacons on my roof? Because that'll just get all the players after me. That's the thing. In this game, kills are nice, precious, good things. Just like how important they are in Fortnite. Getting a kill in Fortnite is a very good thing. And for me, very sadly, an incredibly rare thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build beacons on my roof, so then enemies will be like, it'll be like a magnet, and then all the enemies will see it, and then everyone will be like, oh my god, that dude has a beacon. He must have loads of good things. and then they go over to it, try and get to the, then they go to the top floor, and then I'm probably in my bedroom or somewhere with a bow and arrow in my hand facing right at the elevator where the people are, and I'm just like, they're like, hello, and then they're just there like, I'll just be leaving now. And then I'm just there still with the bow and arrow aiming right at their head going like, you goddamn better go. And take that ugly face with you. Your skin sucks. Boy. Look at you. I've seen noob skins better than you, mate. Here's how my base is gonna look once it's done. You can't really see, but basically this is just gonna be a base with billions and billions and billions and billions of beacons on top. Just so that I can really, really, really easily attract people's attention. Which will get me all them kills. Hopefully I've built my base in the right kind of way and the right shape, so that I can have them in a nice order. And have it so that on this side it's just the same and it's got the beacons here. Or it could just be the fact that the game wants to be heartless to me and then make it so that my base doesn't have all the beacons on the roof. Can I put beacons here? They're all so noisy. These are like the most noisiest game things ever. Especially when you have like about 1,000 of them on your base. All you can hear is just all of them just going, Guys, I told you to be beacons. That's got them be meditating. Yeah, dude, that yoga position, it sucks. Well, look, you can see under him. Good night. Okay, it's been like an hour and 10 minutes now. So I'm gonna end the video right here. So during just this one single video, which took an hour and 10 minutes, I have built a 5-story building. We have a water elevator. The first floor contains gallons of crafting tables. The second contains a whole load of furnaces. The third elevator floor has loads of chests. The third floor, which has chests. The last elevator floor, which is the 4th floor, has a bathroom with a sink and a toilet. And then this is the stairway up to the bedroom. This little block just signals that it's this precise block which you have to walk at. So here's the chest full of loads of loot. I got the 2 other furnaces and crafting tables up there. I might actually just keep that as a creative building, just because it might take ages and ages and ages and ages. Or just because it might be like in survival, I might die from the water in the water elevator. Whoa, that looks so weird. Whenever you see this, you wouldn't think it'd be because of a beacon in Minecraft. The only thing that would give away the fact that it'd be in Minecraft would be the fact that you'd see the hand. This is what kind of mark it makes from the top. Whoa, would you look at that? It looks like the old follow where the plus sign is in the middle. But yeah guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Keep watching for more daily videos. Press the notification bell so then you can't miss any more of these amazing Minecraft, Fortnite, and I'm actually going to do some Grand Theft Auto videos soon. If hopefully my GTA account has not been removed because of my PlayStation dying of water damage, and I've got a brand new one now. So yeah guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. That'll be the end of the video. Before I finish, one quick little view of what the house is like. I'm going to do it like a narrator's voice now. So just pretend this is going to be the outro. I'm going to do the outro again in the narrator's voice. Now this amazing base slash fort has the first floor, which is full of gallons and gallons of crafting tables. The people who bought this never expected such a good deal. And the second floor is full of loads and loads of furnaces. This is probably the biggest kitchen in the whole of Minecraft so far, except from kitchen maps. This is the floor full of chests. If you ever needed a storage room, just buy one of these forts or bases. Here is the last elevator floor, which has a bathroom with a toilet. Surely this place is gonna need a whole load of, like, not a whole load, but a few extra upgrades, rather than just a toilet and a sink. And here is the top floor, which is accessed by stairs, with a secret painting door, also containing 2 more furnaces, 2 more crafting tables, 1 chest, and 1 bed, with an extra torch and an extra adorable painting inside. The only problem here inside of this base is that you might not have that much of a very good sleep. That would be because of the loads and loads and loads of beacons on the top floor of the house, which are all powered by the diamonds, which is what the base is made of. We hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be seeing you later.